another revision. In this revision, he told me to switch my transmission to... These rods here are 300 horsepower per cylinder, so they can hold... If you're new here, welcome to the AutoLust YouTube channel. If you're already an AutoLust family member, thank you, and what's swinging, gang? So we're back to tuning Sasha. She's on her, I think, 5th or 6th revision, or it might be longer than that. Who knows? You know, and I've been getting a lot of comments in the videos, you know, asking, why does the tune take so long? How is the tune going and stuff like that? So I explained to you exactly why these custom tunes take so long in my YouTube short on Saturday. And there's a link to that YouTube short down in the description. But basically, to sum it all up, is the tuner is actually one guy. He doesn't have a league full of custom tuners that he's taught his craft to, that, you know, when you order a tune, one of 50 guys are gonna tune the car. No, because if that's the case, they can steal his craft and go against him in competition somewhere else. So nobody's gonna teach anyone their craft. That's what they spend all the blood, sweat, and tears on learning. So when you're one tuner and you're a popular tuner and it's Black Friday and you got 30% off not stock turbo tunes, everybody who's been waiting on a tune is gonna flood the market, you know, and all type of other stuff. And I'm not the only one getting a custom tuned on a fully built high-powered BMW either. So revisions can take time. But that being said, the new revision is flashed, and I'm letting the car come to temps so we can get a pull in. And as you guys know, if you're new here, you know, I put the data log on screen. Well, the dashboard, BM3 dashboard, will be placed on screen for you to see these pulls live, you know. So let's get this pull in. Okay, so we have that pull done, and she feels crazy. And you know, a lot of guys will think that, oh man, she's gaining power so slow, or she's building boost so slow. That's how it's supposed to be, because the tuner controls the throttle pedal. He controls the throttle bodies and everything like that, and that way he can put maximum power in without having torque down too low while he's tuning, so it doesn't damage the engine. But with regular driving, like if I was on the drag strip, it'd be full power. You know, that's just the way tuning goes. It's the way you get maximum power safely for the engine. So that's why the logs look the way they do. But trust me, he knows what he's doing. So hopefully we can get another pull in or another revision. I think this is him here. Yeah, this is him. It says it's clean. It's only... Okay, he's asking me, am I spraying meth? And I'm telling him, no, just 93. But I have a very stout fuel system. Yeah, so we're gonna see what he says. He says that that run was clean, and he asked me, am I spraying meth? I told him, no, just 93. So that's how strong my fuel system is. He think I'm spraying meth when I'm not. It's just 93. So we'll see if he feels comfortable going further now, or what he feels like going further with. So we definitely were lucky. As you can see, we had another revision back to back, and I ran it, and that revision topped out at 35.4 pounds of boost, you know. So I mean, we definitely getting up there, you know. And Sasha's making good boost. Her fuel system is clean, it's still strong. You know, big shout out to my race partner, Jeff Lamb, you know, a good friend of mine. It was his idea to do these custom mods to the fuel system, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have did them, honestly. You know, so big shout out to Jeff. Jeff, if you're watching, which I know you are, thank you, man. Like, you're the reason why these logs are still super clean on 93. You know, anybody else with 93, they tune would have been done already. You know, the tuner actually asked me, am I spraying meth? Because he's like, there's no way the fueling could still be this stout, you know, on 93, but it is. So, and we just got another revision. So let's get right into that. So we got those revisions done, and I'm extremely happy. Like, I mean, at first when we were doing the revisions, you know, I really couldn't, honestly, I couldn't feel any difference. I'm like, man, you know, like, oh man, that's an X3M right there, man. I want to go bust his head, but we gonna wait. We got a lot of head busting to do. But I was like, man, Sasha not really feeling much different, not making much power, you know. But that's the way the tunes are controlled, and that's the way they're built, so they can be safe. But when you put the car in regular drive mode, like shifting through gears, or you do a lunch, it's crazy. But I'm scared to even do a regular drive around lunch now, because now even in these upper revisions, she crazy. I'm like, goodness, like you can feel the power, just the power doesn't stop. Like Sasha's power doesn't stop. You would think at high RPM the power stopped, but I mean, soon as I shift gears, you know, it's like the boost doesn't drop. It's like she's still in massive amounts of power. It's crazy, you know, it's crazy, and we still going. So I mean, I'm as you can see, I'm excited. This is the most excited I've ever been in a long time dealing with this car. So, and she's holding up, man. She's holding up. You know, no boost leaks, you know, no popped off hoses, no overheating or anything. You know, this car is built very stout, and I'm very happy about it. So yeah, we'll see where she goes from here. All right, gang, so I just flashed another map, and he told me to turn on some more values for him to be able to see. So obviously it's getting serious. You know, he asking me to turn on engine torque and different type of torque values, so that's what he's paying attention to make sure that my torque doesn't go crazy insane, you know, which I would like if it does, but I want the car to be safe as well. So yeah, and for some reason, every time you flash your tune, it throws the, you know, the M drive modes back into what the car came with. You know, and I like mine pretty much balls out, you know, balls to the wall. So I have to redo that every time I reflash the vehicle to put it on Sport Plus, transmission all the way in the upper aggressiveness, and, you know, DSC all the way off, no MDM, no DSC on. I got to redo that every time. I wish it would remember it, but I guess once you flash the computer, it changes all of that. So yeah, let's get this This might be my final revision for the day. Who knows? But let's get it done. Okay, so I just flashed another revision. In this revision, he told me to switch my transmission to stage 3 and put it in drag race mode. So I guess my transmission being only in stage 1 was you know, keeping some things held back. So yeah, the tune is definitely getting serious now. So yeah, I'm gonna run this tune and show you guys the dashboard so you can see this tune. But it's going quick, man. It's like my 4th revision today, so I'm happy as hell. All right, gang, so we done with that revision. I sent the map over, and hold on, let me make this up some. I sent the map over and my tuner's checking it out. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a 6th revision for today or 5th revision. I'm not sure, you know, but everything's going good. And when I tell you guys that this isn't my be all to end all or end all to be all tune, you know, because yes, you know that my car is fully built, transmission, engine, and all of that stuff, but I want to take it a step further in the future, you know, with some crazy world's first again, you know. And I wish I can tell you guys a little more about it, but I can show you what I have to go towards it, you know, which I will be getting my engine rebuilt again, you know. And that's just how serious I am about Sasha getting the world record and getting so far or deep into world record territory that no one will ever be able to follow me, at least while I'm interested in drag racing BMWs. You know, if I end up drag racing like something like Porsches or something later on, I don't care who has the drag racing record for Sasha's platform, but I can guarantee you it won't be easy to obtain. But let me show you just some of the parts I have for her new engine build. So I have built in pistons and rods now, but these are my pistons for my new engine build. I really don't even like taking these things out, you know, because they take forever to wrap them back up and they're greasy. But hold on a minute. These are the pistons for my new engine build, and they're phosphate impregnated, so this isn't a coating, it doesn't wear off. And that's my forged piston, and they're you know, like, I mean, they're proprietary, so I can't tell you too much about them because these were purposely built for my car, for my platform, you know. And those are the pistons. These are the rods. Let me move this box out of the way. And these rods are extremely powerful too. You know, these rods here are 300 horsepower per cylinder. So they can hold up to 300 plus horsepower per cylinder. And as you can see, the difference between most rods, including the rod I'm running now, I have a forged H-beam rod. This is a forged I-beam rod. And this rod is thicker and bigger than the regular rod. So I have to do oil squirter boss modifications even to run this rod. So these rods are capable of handling 300 plus horsepower per cylinder. So that's 300 times 8 plus. You know, not 1200 wheel or 1100 wheel like the rods I'm running now. Also, I have the best head studs in the game. You know, there's no head stud better than this. You know, ARP makes a good head stud. But what I like about these head studs are rated, the washers and everything else is rated for the same tensile strength as the actual bolt. You know, these are some of the best thing in the game, the best head studs in the game. You know, so these are the ones I'm going to be running, and that's the head stud lube. You know, I'm also going to be running a sleeved block, O-ringed block, you know, built head. You know, for this is going to be my stage 4 build. Sasha is also going to be the world's first stage 4 built BMW SUV. So, I mean, I'm going to do everything to that car, you know, port injection, or for that build, full frame turbos. I mean, the biggest turbos I could, damn if they fit under the hood. If I got to race with no hood, I'll race with no hood. I want the biggest turbos possible for my engine case scenario. Custom turbo headers, you know, I already have the biggest exhaust in BMW history. I don't know another person running full 3.5 inch exhaust from the back of the turbo back. You know, I think I'm the only one doing that right now in the world, unless you guys know somebody else who is. You know, so because like I said, this is a 93 octane tune. You know, this is just no meth or nothing, no race gas, no ethanol. So if we can get the world record on 93, then great. If we can't, I mean, it is what it is. Oh well. But believe me, when this stage 4 engine is built, and I'm also going to boost up to a stage 3 transmission as well. Right now I'm running a stage 2 transmission, but for her stage 4 engine build, she will be running sporting a stage 3 transmission. So yeah, it's going to be crazy, gang. But I don't know if I'm going to get another revision today. You know, even if I was, I probably don't do it because it's getting ready to rain in my area. So look out. Hopefully we get something, you know, that I can record next week. But tuners are very busy. So if I don't release a video, it's not because I don't care about releasing a video. It's because I actually can't release a video unless you guys want to hear me talk about random shit in my storage unit. You know, I can release a video doing that. But I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Like, share, and subscribe. And AutoLust out.